First shed of the year. Thank you, good Lord. Thank you, good Lord. Small shed in the snow. Incredible. Thank you, good Lord. Waiting to pick it up for about 2 hours. I forgot my phone, so I came back after I finished the area. Big, beautiful pine trees. They love to bed up here where the warm pine needles are melted in the grass. This here's just a trail, so we'll see if it's been chewed by, cool, real neat red little base. See if it's been chewed by coyotes. Oh, cool. Just a little guy. So awesome. You can see the color. It's like a reddish pink base. Oh my gosh. I have never found one with blood. Look at that, Rich Buckley. Huh. Thank you, good Lord. Never found one so fresh it had blood. You know, I look for blood when I shed hunt. But wow. And you know, it has snowed. You know, this is partially buried. You know, it snowed like almost a week ago. Wow. Incredible. Excuse me. I was just sneezing right before I turned the thing on. Look at that little... Hear that tree creaking? Cool. Wish my phone would focus on the... He's got a little row of barnacles up higher. Cute. Says the deer grows, their base grows. That's how you can really tell the age of a deer on the hoof, or even these little ones you find. And look at the size of my thumbnail. I got big hands, but wow, so awesome. So I'm hoping the other one is just laying right here with it. I didn't want to kick it up till I took photos. Maybe he had laid down here and he dropped them both. That was so cool that there's blood. I'll have to take a picture of that. That means it's very fresh. But, you know, I don't know, maybe it just sunk in the snow. But when I found it like 3 hours ago, before it was shining in the sun like that, it really seemed like it was partially naturally buried in the snow. You know, bone kind of heats up in the sun and can melt down in. But that's incredible. So awesome. I found one with blood. This is what you do to your deer beds too. You kick through them. Oh, this is so awesome. I'm so thankful I found one. My hands are frozen now. I've been filming for a little bit now. So incredible. I was just coming over that log, and I just seen it at the right angle. So awesome. Oops. When you kick bone, it feels different on a stick. Hope I'm not making y'all dizzy. So awesome. Beautiful old pine planting. Those may not look big. Some of these are just huge around. It's hard to show size through video, but they love to be up here. This is where I had that night campfire with you guys with the full moon and made the tortillas. I've still got more beds and huge trails up there to do. There's a buck with huge beds and huge excrement. You can just tell he's a massive deer. The bigger a deer's turd is, the bigger the buck is. I found this little guy's because his are just, you know, when buck fawns are little, they poop just like the females, little raisins. And as a doe grows, she poops elongated raisins. But bucks mature and they're start to clump together. Like this is doe. So you can see, you always can tell who's got what bed, if it's a great big long doe or if it's a buck bed. And so this buck, his are just starting to clump together, and they were really fresh right before this shed. But there's a buck up here that I have never seen buck turds this big. I guess I shouldn't say that. I've seen a couple out at Steve Dahl's, but they are enormous. If I find a couple, I think there's some up there. They're incredible. I'll put my boot by them. You won't freaking believe it. But their bases grow, and apparently their butts grow, because their bases get about the size of these giant turds. That's how you can tell when you're on them. Doe can have really big tracks. Their faces get really long. Oh, here's a buck turd. See? Look, buck turds look like a human took a crap on a trail. That's a men's size 8 boot. Ay, 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 ay. And he's got fresh stuff up here. Now this is probably more like the buck I found. See how they don't hold together as much, but they are more. And he leaves huge beds. You will have like a smaller deer lay next to a larger deer, and those look like big beds. But you can look closer and see how many elbow prints are, and you can kind of tell it's 2 deer. And then you can tell when it's one massive deer. I already went over there. We'll go over this way. I gotta do some beds over here. If you can hear that banging, that's the trap range.